How do you move from one RV to another when you're traveling on the road?
We share some important tips. Next. Welcome to the channel. I'm Paul. This is Liz.
And these are exciting times to push past fear, build confidence, and live amazing. And you certainly have to have confidence if you're basically going to swap houses while you're out on the road.
And it's easy to make mistakes if you're a full-time traveler and you want to upsize or downsize your RV. Tip number 1 is managing stress. Whether it's anchored to a foundation or on wheels, buying a house is one of the most stressful things you can do.
Absolutely. So that means be aware that you could find this stress overflowing into your relationship, and you don't want to lose your relationship when you buy an RV.
What's made our situation worse is the dealer. They haven't returned phone calls. We're supposed to pick the rig up tomorrow, and we're just not sure if they're going to have everything ready when we get there. We wanted to get toppers put on the slide outs, and we called them about 2.5 weeks ago. We just assumed that they'd be ready when we'd get there to pick it up. 4 or 5 days ago, we called them and said, are the toppers going to be on? They hadn't even ordered them yet. So I went a little ballistic on the phone with them. And
he said the deal is done. He's walking away, and he's been really hardcore with them. And I know that they are probably a typical dealer. RV dealers are not our favorite types of business to deal with, and it's just the way it is. They're generally difficult. It's not uncommon for them to drop the ball or stop returning phone calls, and we're dealing with this right now. So be prepared if you're upsizing or downsizing your rig and you're going through a dealership. You're going to have some stress. We hope that doesn't happen for you, but just be prepared.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed that it was going to go smooth, and I don't know why I would think that, but coming from the automotive industry, my whole career was spent there, and I should have known better. Dealers are dealers, and I know if you're in a car dealership world, if you work in a car dealership, I don't mean to insult you, but bad dealerships are still out there.
Right.
And that applies to RV dealers and car dealers and yeah.
So we hope you find a good dealer. We thought we found a good dealer. It's just when we've gotten closer and closer to pickup day, we're becoming a little concerned, about things being ready.
Yeah, I mean, this dealer is, at least they claim to be the #1 dealer in California for RVs. So
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
But the main thing is, don't take your stress out on your partner, right?
Yeah. Direct it to where it belongs, and that's the dealer.
Right. Tip number 2. You want to plan your travel so that you're in the vicinity of the dealership within 2 or 3 days before you pick up your rig. You're going to need that time to plan, prepare, rest, and pack before you go to the dealership.
And that leads us right to tip number 3, packing. You might think you can get away with not packing, but I think it would be a big mistake.
You really do need to pack, and I'm sure you've noticed the boxes behind us. So if you walk around your rig, this is your home. So you have drawers and cabinets, you have under the bed storage. There's lots of stuff in the rig. And it's a good idea to get a jump start and get the stuff packed, because the day that you get your rig, you're going to have a 4-hour, what they call what's that called?
Orientation.
It's like a pre-delivery inspection. They're going to go over every part of your rig. It takes 4 hours. So think about how tired you're going to be after that. You're not going to have time, and you can't just take stuff out of drawers and bring armloads over.
So you need to order boxes.
That's right. I will put a link in the comments of where you can order boxes and have them shipped to you wherever you are on the road. Now, I don't think you need to order paper to pack stuff in. You probably, like most RVers, don't have a lot of breakables. Tip number 4, set aside the things you need so you don't pack them. So you'll need, if you're trading in your RV, your current RV, you will need your title, any loan paperwork, perhaps your passport. Plus, if there's any accessories that you're transferring from the old RV to the new one, pull out those manuals and make sure you take them with you.
And medications, you're going to want to, if you have prescriptions that you take on a daily basis, you certainly want to keep those out. You're going to be living in the rig for probably 2 days after you've packed, so you don't want to pack away your everyday cooking utensils. You're going to need those. Phone chargers. Yeah. Tip number 5, removing the accessories that you want to take with you.
So you may have added a cellular booster antenna or a Wi-Fi antenna. Maybe you have a special satellite dish. All those, you'll want to go ahead and remove them so that you take them with you.
Yeah, I put on a rack that clamps onto the ladder, and it's more than just a hang-on. It's actually got bolts that hold it on, and it's going to take a few minutes to remove, so I want to do that before we get to the dealership.
Yeah, so any modifications that you've made, just try and get it back to factory condition. Tip number 6, you want to make a list of the things that you're going to swap out at the dealership that you're actually going to transfer from your old rig to your new rig. So that would be like, in our case, we have an upgraded mattress, not the standard mattress, so we're going to swap that out. And we also have an upgraded shower head, so we're going to do that too.
And we have a keypad door lock, basically a keyless door lock, that we're going to swap. And what else?
The hitch, obviously the hitch.
Oh, yeah, the Anderson hitch.
We've got to do that.
Yeah, there's a cup that you put on the kingpin on an Anderson hitch, and we aren't going to move a foot without putting that on the new rig.
And we also have a $950 lithium battery.
Yeah.
And the dealer is not getting that.
Yeah, we don't want to leave that behind. Tip number 7 is you want to stay in place for 2, maybe 3 weeks so that you're close to the dealer.
That's right. You definitely don't want to buy a new rig and then drive across the country. You're going to need this time to organize. You're going to probably, just like when you buy a house, right? You're going to want to be going to Home Depot or Bed Bath & Beyond, getting what you need to organize and set it up. You're also going to want to practice as far as the setup and tear down outside, hitching and unhitching it. And even modifications, right? You might be installing stuff.
Yeah, you're certainly going to be installing the stuff you took off the old rig. I've got the Wi-Fi antenna, the ladder rack, and the battery's going to be pretty simple. It'll be in by the time we leave the dealership. But yeah, there's something.
Right. Right. And then, of course, because you're close to the dealer, the reason why you want to be close to the dealer is what if something is not quite right with your rig? Maybe the shower's leaking. You need that time to go through all the process of living in your RV, including dumping, just so that you know that everything is the way it should be.
Something I've noticed that's different between the RV and the car world, the car dealership world, is if you buy a car in California, say, and you drive cross country, if something happens to that car in Texas, you could find a dealer and pull in there and they would take care of you right away. That's not the case with RVs. If you didn't buy your RV at a dealership, they'll work on it, but you'll be put on a waiting list and you might wait months before they get you in.
Well, we're excited about our new rig. We pick it up tomorrow.
So if you have any moving stories or tips, share them in the comment section below.
And remember to join the A team. Just push on the subscribe button.